Are you a potato?
I don't think I'm a potato. Sometimes, so there are gray areas when you extrapolate the idea. Oh, it works out most of the time. Hi, my name is Vicky. I'm class of 2020. I'm planning to concentrate in applied mathematics, but that might totally change.
What's something about Harvard that scares you?
Just being at such a place with so many opportunity, it feels like if you don't take advantage of things, or if you don't spend like every moment trying to like do something that seems not like a waste of time, you're like wasting this opportunity that so many other people don't have. And I think perhaps not Harvard specifically, but something that scares me, just like being afraid to waste time, but also like just recognizing that wasting time is totally fine and you're not really wasting time, and really just coming to terms with myself.
Do you feel at home at Harvard?
I think I really like Harvard. I think just, there was this one, I totally forget which night, but like freshman year, and I was just like coming back to my dorm and it just felt like I was going home, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to go back home and like see my roommates and just like sit at my desk, and it just felt like I was going home. And it's, I don't know if this is just like rose-colored lens or something, but just like seeing those signs when like Visitas happens, and those signs that are like, oh, welcome home, and I'm like, oh my god, this is my home too. And just feeling like there are problems wrong with the institution, but I feel like one of the things they do pretty well, I guess it must be different for everyone, but just like providing a lot of support for people. It may be hard like reaching out to those resources at first, but once you realize that there is such a great network of just people and peers who do care about you, it really does start to feel like a home. So I feel like my core value is just to make my story as interesting as possible, and to hopefully have my story make other people's story more enjoyable. I think that would probably be one of my values.
Yeah, amazing. Potato.
I love potatoes. Oh,
Potatoes?
there's this really beautiful quote, and I get emotional thinking about it, but it's, oh, I might cry, but that's okay. So I was reading this BuzzFeed article about like, wow, like 10 things to blow your mind. So some things are like pretty cool, but there was this one, and I literally had to stop and think about it for such a long time because it was so profound to me at the moment. And right now it may sound not as profound. Okay, so the quote, I forget how it goes verbatim, but the gist of it is like everything in this world is either a potato or not a potato. Which is like, because it's like you can literally boil down the world into like nothing, and it's like we categorize everything all the time when everything could be so simple. Like a potato or not a potato, and it's like we try to split everything up all the time and like make things messier, which sometimes is good, I guess, in science, but like ultimately like you can boil things down into such simple terms, and when you look at things in like more simpler of a lens, I think that makes some problems just go away.
What are you grateful for?
Grateful for? I think I realized, well, I should have always known, but I think there was one day where I think I realized I didn't call my mom as much as I should have, and just realizing like how important my family is to me. And just like seeing like other people. So there are people who like call their family all the time. So I know freshman year, fall, I would like call her like once every 2 weeks or once a month. And then just like realizing that she has been such a big part of my life, and I really should just like keep her updated, even if I don't really have anything to tell her, but just like being in touch with her. So I definitely this semester I'm trying to make more of an effort to keep in touch with my family, because I am so grateful for them, because they have been such a big part of my life for the past 18 years. I've been living with them quite a lot, all the time. And also more than just family. I think there was one day where I was calling my mom and I was like, wow, mom, it was like, I don't know, one of my days where I was just like really happy, and I was like, wow, like life is so cool, like you can literally do everything, and I'm like, wow, friends are great too. And I think just realizing having really great relationships in your life can really affect you a lot, and just realizing that there are so many great people who are like great friends, great peers, great teachers. And most people generally are nice people. So I'm very grateful for that.
What do you look for in a friend?
In a friend. Ooh. Okay. So I've had this conversation with a lot of people since coming here. Since coming here. Now it's like, at first I had this theory that like you can be friends with anyone because I feel like when you meet anyone for the first time, it's like at a very superficial level, and it's like as long as you both are like slightly diplomatic, you guys can be on agreeable terms and like be perfectly fine like eating together. But then I realized you probably can't be friends with everyone just because like fundamental values might not align and you just like don't have things in common to talk about. Like you may be really great friends with people you don't have things in common, but like just like keeping conversations going, that might just not happen with everyone. So in terms of looking in a friend, I think someone who values you as a person and not what you do, but just values your presence as a person. And just like being in their presence makes you happy, or hopefully vice versa. It's not that be a sad relationship, but just like someone who genuinely makes you happy, and someone you would want to hang out with, which can be a lot of people, but sometimes it's hard to find someone like that.